Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today it's the 4th of January 2026. It's 4 minutes past 9 here in the United Kingdom. This evening we're back in X-Plane 12 in the ZIBO MOD 737, our first public live stream in this aircraft for about 3 or 4 months. We're in Vancouver and we'll be flying to, where we're going, I forgot what it's called, Prince George, BC, another airport up in Canada. So flight time of just around 50 minutes. Doing absolutely nothing. I seem to fix my X-Plane 12 issues. I just, there's been no updates or anything like that. I played around with the sim earlier. All seem to be working fine. Loaded in really quickly, so I thought, right, let's download the Ortho 4XP for the sector. That's working fine. Loaded in about 10 seconds, which I've never had. I had huge problems with the last few months, and then I put the XA Snow plug in, so it looks amazing, and it all seems to be running fine. I've not done a full test sector, mind, but it should be very nice today. X-Plane's doing its thing where you can hear rain, but it's not raining here in Vancouver. There's a busy VATSIM event that's just started 5 minutes ago, so loads of traffic and plenty of Alpaca Airways joining us on this sector, and we're flying into Prince George, British Columbia, Canada, where the weather forecast is terrible. Snow, right now it's 3/4 of a statute mile in snow, minus 13, altimeter 2931, and I've got no room for extra fuel because I'm taking a full load of passengers and baggage, and our landing weight is right at our max landing weight because our alternate is to have to come back in here to Vancouver due to the weather. So it's going to be a bit tight. We'll have to see how we get on later on as we approach Prince George. Anyway, I'm having to be a little bit quieter than usual because my daughter is asleep in the room next to me, and my wife Joe's stopping the night with her because I'm going on to Lates tomorrow, which is why I'm doing a later stream. This time tomorrow I'll be in south of Spain, so it's really good timing for me. Anyway, lovely with the XA Snow plug-in, and you can see all the Alpaca Airways that have just parked on the end of this terminal. The VATSIM event, as I said, kicked off just over 5 minutes ago, so it's going to be a super busy departure. I should have downloaded the Alpaca Canada livery really, but I've just gone with the stock Alpaca Airways Boeing themed livery here, but looking very nice on stand. I can see Boeings and an Airbus Alpaca over there. Anyway, who have we got here in chat today? We've got Andy McCall, you're doing well. Just got the latest weather here, which is not, as you can hear, it should be completely clear. 2000 units, about an hour old the better. I don't know why it's taken so long to update. I hope you're doing well, Ruben. Nice, let's hope no issues for the next members group flight next weekend. No, fingers crossed. It's a bit of a test for X-Plane this evening. Fly to Golf, hope you're doing well. You are in United 2470 on the ground here. Just push, have a safe flight to wherever you're going virtually. Thomas says, hi Captain, do you mind helping me with a doubt about the 737? I'll do my absolute best to answer your question. Welcome aboard. AV Apollo, hope you're doing well. Javelin, I think you're flying in as well. HMS Daring 1, has he sorted his X-Plane woes then? I have, by doing absolutely nothing. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, we're still on with the old PC, by the way. I'll contact Chill Blast tomorrow, see where they are with regards to buy a new PC. Hopefully I'll get it soon. I hope by the end of next week, but I've got a busy week. Well, actually no, I don't have a busy week. I've got a few standbys this week. Thomas says, scenario, we're on the ground, turn the AP on for aircon. If the AP generator fails, how do you know it's failed? And if the AP generator fails, do the AP generator off bus lights turn on? So I presume that you've got the AP on for aircon but not providing AC power. Well, the air conditioning is independent of knowing if you have a source of power, but if the APU generator is on and the APU fails, you know if the APU generator fails because it will go very dark as the aircraft goes on to standby power, and you'll hear the IRS alarm go off as well. So that's the way you can tell. But yes, if you're using just as a source of air and not an electrical source of power, like say you've got the ground power on for some reason, you'll just hear the APU air conditioning sort of go off essentially. I hope that answers your question. Jeremy, you should take the PMDG on the next group flight. I've always taken the mod where possible. We'll have to see next weekend. So don't forget, members, next Saturday is our 73rd members only group flight as well. The Schnench is here. Just put my 7-month-old daughter to bed. Good timing. Yep, my 9-month-old just went down about 30 minutes ago. She's absolutely pooped. Had a very long day today. A nice long walk in this cold weather we're getting here in the UK at the moment. Anyway, let's zoom on into the ZIBO mod 737. Now, ZIBO actually messaged me a couple of hours ago, but I only messaged my DMs on Discord about sort of 30 minutes before the start of the stream. He'd actually sent a preview version of the ZIBO mod. We're currently in the latest public version, which is 4.05.13. He sent me 4.05.14. I didn't get a chance to install it because I'd already fired up X-Plane 12. He's introduced CPDLC in a sort of early test phase, so it's a great shame because I would have had a chance to test that, but I didn't want to sort of, having installed this aircraft knowing it was working just before the stream switched to a latest one. I've not even checked if it works, so if I get a chance in the next week or two, I'll definitely give that a fly and be able to use CPDLC in the ZIBO Mod 7.3. Hello Scott Morgan, just joining stream, welcome on board. Vimitias says good day from Chile, thank you very much for tuning in today. Itching Scratching Mogif, yeah, 1500 Zulu we're going to start here. That's sort of working around my personal life a bit, sorry if that's not suitable for you. Andy said, I saw a post about that, can't wait for CPDLC to be properly implemented. Yes, well like I said, this will be a good test of the mod. I've not flown it for quite some time. Anyway, let's get some electrical power on the aircraft before we talk about the routing. So battery on, GPU is on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on, landing gear lever is down, we then check the ship's library and the aircraft documentation. The weather here, you can hear it's precipitation, but it's actually not raining. Compared to where we're going, Prince George, it's actually quite a mild day here in Vancouver. If I just get the latest weather conditions, we'll get the 80s shortly because there is ATC, but look, it's 9 degrees, a bit of cloud around, altimeter 2947, so not too bad a day at all. So battery on, GPU is on the bus, we've done all that. So fault fire tests, we'll check the scripts, there we are, and fault AP detector in op, master caution, overheat detect, check fire warning lights, bell, overheat lights, wheel well lights, all looking good here. Emergency exit lights are armed. Let's get the aircraft loaded up. So fuel weight and balance, airside services, load OFP. So let me show you my operational flight plan. If I go here to view SimBrief OFP. Now, our route is taking us from Vancouver to Prince George. I know very little about Prince George. If anyone's from Canada and would like to tell me all about it, I'd love to hear. But I just saw that it was a cool destination, not been to. There's ATC here today. And the weather forecast is not great. IFR, 1 statute mile. They have an ILS here, so we should be able to get in over the RVR requirements. Light snow, -13, so we've got to do those cold temperature corrections again. And problem is, because there's no real suitable alternate nearby, we've had to actually select Vancouver as our alternate. So we've got to come back here if we don't come in, which means our reserves are very high, 3.7 tons. Now, because I've decided to take a full load of passengers, look how high the zero fuel weight is. With no extra fuel, our landing weight is 500 kilos below the max landing weight. So I've got room for about maybe, well, if I save a bit of fuel, I'm going to be above max landing weight, so I might, round it up a couple of 100 kilos. We'll have to very quickly then decide whether we have to come all the way back to Vancouver if we can't get in. So look, 6333, I'm going to take 6.6 tons of fuel. That should do us. If we can't get in, probably got 10 minutes holding, one approach maybe. So there we are, 6.6, activate, and that's going to connect the air bridge, start the boarding process, and load up the 6.6 tons of fuel. Let's see who else we've got here in chat. Crow Jeremy says, I think this plane had a few hiccups in X-Plane 12.3, but in 12.4 it seems to be back to where it should be. Yeah, I'd love to try this beta, guys, but I'm not in a situation where I'm confident enough to use a beta without the sim crashing. I've had a lot of issues in X-Plane recently, so I've stuck with 12.3. Let's see how the mod behaves today in 12.3 with the latest public version as well. Velvet Thunder, hello. How do you know which transition to use on a star? Typically where your flight plan expires is where the transition starts, but if you're not sure, just confirm with ATC, but that's always a good start. Anyway, look, we've started the loading of the fuel. Test the attend button, flaps it up, which match the indicated position. Take off config, warning checked. Fire warning test, cargo fire warning test is now ongoing. Forward aft, discharge light, fire warning bell and light is illuminated. Let's turn up the lighting. Radio tuning panel's pretty much all set as to how we want it. Ah yes, the infamous cleaners of the ZIBO Mod 737 that clean the cabin with a sledgehammer. Circuit breakers are all in. Voice recorders on. Flight recorders checked. Mac airspeed warning test 1 and 2. Still warning test. Yeah, it went a little bit longer since we had AC power. IRS to nav, 8 minutes for the alignment. Circuit breakers are all in. Check the tech log, aircraft's fully serviceable. And safety equipment's been checked as well. Rydovsky, would you like to do a flight like this in real life where you might have so much trouble getting in, no leeway? Not particularly. It's great in the sim, not so much in real life. You always want the easiest day as possible, but you know, if we are exposed to that operational limitation, we just have to deal with it legally and safely. So several days a year I have to deal with these situations. We make a safe decision, take what fuel we can. Very unlikely in Europe, that is, that you can't find a suitable alternative. Just here in Vancouver, or north of Vancouver, where we're going to Prince George, there's no suitable alternative that's nearby. In fact, the only suitable one is to go back to Vancouver, which is why Simbra defaulted to it. But anyway, that's that. Right, let's get the ATIS. We do have full ATC here, so the ATIS frequency I think I'll go on standby before the stream. Yeah, 1246. Let's have a little listen in.
1,000 broken.
If you can hear it through the cleaners, that is.
5. Altimeter 29er for nav or visual runway 08 left and ILS or visway 08 right. Simultaneous parallel runway operations in use. Landing runway 08 left primary and 08 right secondary.
Right.
Departed runway 08. PDC available request.
Have you ever
runway
noticed with the ATIS
1331 closed. Available as taxiway.
and
Inform
V-Pilot, it cuts out
ATC you
a lot
have
nowadays.
information mic.
So I always have it on text anyway, but it said departure runway 08, but we missed the right bit.
Vancouver information mic. Weather at 2000 Zulu. Wind 170 at 14. Visibility 25 miles. 2,300 few. 2,600 few. 5,500 few. Ceiling 16,000 broken. Temperature 9er. 2.5. Altimeter 29er 4. Approach our nav or visual runway 08 left and ILS or visual runway 08 right. Simultaneous runway operations in use.
Anyway, so this frequency here is the ground frequency, so we'll just listen to that very quietly. So yeah, I've noticed V-Pilot, X-Pilot seems to be sort of skipping lots of elements of the ATIS, so I always copy it on text anyway. They're using a leaf blower back there, sounds like it. Obviously we can't see them, but they're incredibly loud. Anyway, look, we could expect 08 right for departure. The altimeter is 2944, so we'll set that now. Just go over to inches. I have preset here on my MCP, so 2944. For departure, no engine out SID data, but depart out from runway 08 to the east. It's over the city, isn't it? So we'll probably make a right turn, head over the sea here, but it looks like low terrain. We'll put an MFRA of 1,020, something like that. Are they vacuuming? I think they're vacuuming, yeah. Very loudly. Lighting set. Goes without saying, I've got the MCP cam set up as well. Yoke cam for the stream. Looking wonderful. And let's now load up the FMC here. So verify position. We are in Vancouver, Charlie, Yankee, Victor, Romeo. Put down our GPS left. Route. Flight plan request.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
So we should have 3 each side, which we do, 6.6 tons. Seatbelt sign on. Load in the operational flight plan. What is that? What in the damn is that squeaking noise? Yes, I don't know what they're cleaning the aircraft with. Right, look, there's Prince George's ICAO code where Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Activate, execute, just select departures. 08 right. What SID can I expect here? They're all vector departures off whatever runway you have selected. So we've got here. There it is, 08 right. I think it'll be a Fraser 8. So we'll select that. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. Perfect. Bonsoir, listen. Hope you're doing well. Other level up and the ZIBO related. The level up is like a ZIBO mod with better graphics, but it doesn't have the same flight model. It's not as good as the ZIBO mod, confirmed from last stream. But anyway, just let that execute. Oh, I think I've got gifted members coming in. 2 seconds. I'm just going to select here ILS Yankee 15, Yankee X-Ray Sierra, execute, and then we're just going to join all the routing up. Who's that? We've got, Sim737 pilot. Thank you very much. 5 gifted members coming in. We've got Spitfire RAF, Velvet Thunder, Scott Morgan, I think he used to be a member, Crojikrum and Fly Higher Simulations, welcome, all gifted members on on behalf of Sim737 pilot, who's also come up with a comment. Happy New Year's. May it be another prosperous year for the ZIBO mod. Let's hope so. Thank you very much for your continued support as a member and the gifted members. Most kind. Thank you. Right, let's join up the routing here. So MPOV. Just go to plan here briefly, because I think the flight plan's based on coming straight off the RMP. So what I'm going to do is just go MPOV direct to Yankee X-Ray Sierra, and we'll confirm the routing later of ATC. And that takes us round onto the ILS, which we'll need. I was planning of straight in off the RNAV, but because of the weather forecast, we're not going to get in off the RMP approach. Anyway, thank you very much, Sim737 pilot, most kind. Bone King, hope you're doing well. Interesting. Donovo Sin, I've just seen you pop up in chat. I'm doing very well. Welcome on board, my friend. Right, FMC, let's carry on with the loading. Oh yeah, hold on. I need to open the door. Something like that. How do I start the boarding again? No smoking, switch to on or auto, which starts the boarding process anyway. We'll put the zero fuel. Oh, I've got more gifted members coming in. Velvet Thunder, who was gifted a membership, is now gifting members as well. Welcome, Manny. Trucker Franglaise, who's been watching the streets for a long time. Vaughan Williams. RP Gamerus as well. Welcome aboard, guys. Thank you very much. Anyway, look, if I change the zero fuel weight, you'll see that it's loading live time. But I can put the actual zero fuel weight in here, because I know it will be this, 61 tons. So very heavy today, guys.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Perfect. Reserves then, very high, 3.7 to come back to Vancouver. Cost index 30, 32,000 feet for the cruise. Execute. I'll update that up here. 32,000 feet. Elevation at our destination is 2266. We'll set that to 2,300. There we are. Winds then. We've got top of climb and average wind pretty much identical. 219 at 31. We'll just put in here. Top climb ISO -1. Actually, wasn't that long ago we departed Vancouver in the Felis 742, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look at the performance then, guys. New skies up and running as well for the sector. There we are. So we've already started the log for our virtual airline Alpaca Airways. Right, and take up performance then. So 08 right, full length, meters, kilos, a little bit heavier then. Takeoff weight 67.6 now. We'll obviously burn a bit of fuel taxing, but we just use the stat weight for that. Optimum flaps, optimum thrust, bleed auto, engine and wing anti-ice put on. Winds in 9 degrees, 997 wet. Even though it's not wet, but I can hear rain, so calculate. So this is giving us flap 5 with thrust TO1 34 degrees. Take off flap 5. CG is 21.5, so 5.75 units of trim. Set. And the speeds, just like wet speeds here. Got 134, but this is showing 142, interestingly. V1's usually a little less in wet speeds, but just go off the actual OPT. 148. 148 set. Great, don't forget to set that on your MCP. Happy days. Right, pre-flight setup. You're almost at top of descent. Jamie, you're flying into Vancouver now. We'll have to listen out for you, sir. Oh, hold on. Did I forget something? Oh, I did. No, looks like I did it. Top of climb ISA. Oh no, ZIBO's changed it. I would have put the ISA deviation in. Why has this changed? The ZIBO mod for years was ISA deviation, like our 737. It's not actual temperature. Who's changed that? How do I change it back to my fleet? -50 then. Didn't realise that changed the mod. Is there an option in the FMC? So our operator, our fleet, we put the deviation in, not the actual temperature. Anyway, look, that's done. Well spotted, guys. Right, your DAP is on. Nav transfer display switch is normal auto. Fuel, 4 pumps. Check the crossfeed valve. Bright. Oops, a bit premature there. Dim, bright. off. That's all configured and set. Turn up the panel brightness. Window heat's on. It's only 9 degrees here, so we're in icing conditions, not freezing. That's configured and set. That should be on steady. Perfect. Let's set up the MCP then. So put the flight directors on, and it's an RMP SID, I believe, of some sort. So just go back to the primary scene. Confirm with ATC, but it's basically a heading select departure. So heading to 1,000 feet right to 098 or whatever is assigned by ATC. Expect climb to 5,000 feet in radar vectors. So what I'll do, I'll preset 5,000 feet on the MCP and just turn up the brightness here, the lighting. There we are. And we'll confirm the routing with ATC when we get the clearance in a second. Order brake RTO, reset fuel flow, and the rest is all set. We might as well tune the Vancouver VOR 15.9. Cool. Nice to be a different part of the world again. Who's that there? Liam the Smoggy, thanks. 74 mums as a member. That's hardly any time at all. 74 mums, buddy. Cheers. Wow, nice to be back in the ZIBO. Absolutely. Every now and then it's just nice to go back to the OG. My first ever live stream was in the ZIBO MOD 737. Very, very cool. Anyway, Isaac, evening captain. Explain working all fine since you figured out Streamlabs. It has. I have seemed to gotten rid of my other explain issues. So my main explain issue actually wasn't to do with Streamlabs. We discovered that last stream. But was explain just failing to load, doing absolutely nothing. No updates to explain. No changes to the installation. It seems to be loading just fine, even with Ortho 4XP. XA Snow plugin, all in here. Look at the mountains there in the distance. I don't know what I've done. I've just gotta love desktop simulators. Right, let's get the ATIS guys. So ground's active 121.7. Information mic we've copied. Just turn up Xpilot in the background, and we are on stand 41, I believe.
Air Canada 238, just hold your position there for a moment, please.
Yep, stand 41.
Hold position, Air Canada 238.
Just want to make sure clearance isn't offline. Nope, just ground. Ground, good afternoon. South Backer 4 Zulu Mike, stand 41, information Mike, altimeter 2944. When you're ready, departure clearance to Prince George, please.
Backer 4 Zulu Mike, Vancouver ground. Good morning, you're number 1, stand by.
Perfect, just stand by, listen out. Did you hit the PC of a hammer? Yes.
Canada 238, the winds are just now updated.
Starstep, just wanted to say thank you for what you do in real life and sim. Coming from real avionic tech, do you find the ZIBO level up with PMDG better than flight model systems? Love how aircraft in X-Plane handle
We're ready to copy our Canada 238.
from a dynamic point of view. I think the PMDG is a more complete add-on, especially with CPDLC and all the other systems. Level up is sort of, looks great, but the flight model in the mod is far more realistic.
Canada 23, roger, that's all correct. And just let me know when you're ready for taxi.
So I think they've had another update.
Performance should be 2 minutes.
Oh, they're switching running. Brilliant.
Roger, no problem.
Bane of my life, that is.
Vancouver ground, podcast 35, back when able, question start. Edmonton, please.
So now have a little look on the ATIS on text. Yeah, they switched to 2.6.
Westship 314, Vancouver ground, you're number 2, stand by.
It's going to be a longer taxi for us, great. Good job we've not started the ABU yet. But this is an on-real...
Alpaca 4, Zulu Mike, I have your clearances, ready to copy.
Ready to copy Alpaca 4, Zulu Mike.
Alpaca 4, Zulu Mike, required to Prince George, flight Vancouver 3 departure runway 26 left. It'll be by your flight plan route, and your squawk code 6102.
Cleared to Prince George on the Vancouver 3 departure, departing 26 left, then flight plan route, squawk 6102, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, thank you, that's all correct. Just call me for the push on to Juliet.
We'll go Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Perfect. So, runway change. This is always a pain. It's better when it happens on stand as opposed to whilst you're taxiing around with engines running, but when you have the runway change, make the changes laterally. I don't have really any specific order I do things, but 26 left, the Vancouver 3 departure, execute, and thankfully there's a nice prompt here to make sure you do the performance again, so takeoff speeds have been deleted. So we have been told to expect 26 left. It's a bit of a taxi for us, but it's the way it is. So we'll just update the heading and courses to 263. So I could do, look, because I've got the MCP in real life, physical one, I could change the heading and courses simultaneously. There we are, 263, overshot slightly, 263. I don't have a third hand to do the left course, but 263. So SID, performance next, so let's get the performance calculator up once more. Change it to 26 left, we'll go full length, same weather, or just actually press populate weather. Yeah, look, it's updated now, 210 at 17, big change. And then we'll just select wet and calculate. So now, 26 left, full length, flat 5, 201. 201, you see it defaults to 26 km, which is good, it's safe. 34 degrees. Clear. Runway not applicable for SID. Did I change the SID in the runway? Oh, Vancouver 326 left. Don't know why it's not happy about that then. Anyway, take off flat 5, still the same. V speeds, wet speeds. Yeah, look, there you go, same weight. 34. 142, 148. And now we'll just rebrief the SID now. So, it's no longer a Fraser 8, it's the Vancouver 3. There we are, so for 26 left, it is climb heading 263, or as assigned by ETC, perfect, so it's runway track. There's obstacles on departure, make sure you've got your minimum climb gradient, which is very rarely an issue for 2 engines on a commercial jet airliner. Doesn't mention anything about a stop altitude here. Oh yeah, no, we've still got 5,000 feet, so we'll set 5,000 feet hard on the MCP. There we are, so MCP's updated, FMC's updated, performance is complete, MFRA, check it again, that might have changed, but this departure's better for a terrain point of view. It is 6,900, so we'll just keep going to 7,000 feet and make sure we sort of stay over the bay, basically, the exponential failure. Okay, how many units of stab trim did you have? We set 5.75 units, which is set down here. Right, cool, we've covered everything, so let's get the APU started. Call for better pushback, and we'll get ready to get out of here. So far, the ZIBO mod has been behaving very nicely. So we'll connect the tug first.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Excellent. Skynet's Discord will keep you updated with up-to-minute changes. That's what you want to hear. This should be a beautiful route today. Hope all the volumes are okay. Like I said, I'm talking a little bit quieter than usual because my daughter is asleep in the room next to me. Okay, you dislike that pushback guy. You'll be quite busy on the apron, all these alpacas here. What's the local time here, by the way? We are live weather. It is 1:30 in the afternoon.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Cheers, listening. Audio is perfectly fine. Let's continue. Thank you. Is that my voice I can hear? AP's on the bus. Hello, Dimitri. I haven't seen you in a stream for a long time. Greetings from Vancouver. Prince George is always interested in land at this time of year. It's not the nicest weather. Was it 1 statute mile snow? So, and we've got to make lots of temperature corrections as well. So, it'll be fun. Flight Sim ASMR with whispering voice. Lovely. Oh, getting lifted by the tug by the looks of it. Or we've been lifted. Perfect.
Yeah, we do have the latest 80th information November. Are we switching for...
Viking, yeah, one of my favourite aircraft.
Air Canada 131, firm. I have a new clearance for you.
HMS Daring 1, yeah, that's the whole idea today. We'll see how it behaves.
Canada 131, you're ready to departure.
Do some manual handling. And we'll disconnect early on the approach. There's no LVP, no auto land or Cat 2, Cat 3 available.
Vancouver 3, runway 26, let the rest unchanged for Canada 131. In about 2 minutes, we will be pushing back for Canada 131. Canada 131, roger, that's all correct, and the push service at your discretion.
Dimitri, yeah, I don't have...
I got,
ZIBO sent me this version of the mod, which I'm not actually using. Actually, I only sent it sort of... I only read the message about half an hour on the stream, but he sent me like an updated version with CPDLC, which I don't have.
Vancouver 3 departure runway 26 left, and the balance is unchanged.
John, I feel that when you landed a 7-3 on an aircraft carrier, everything else is just easy. Oh, that was a long time ago.
Back to 231, roger, back correct, are you still ready to go? Back to 231, roger, push on to Juliet, approved, facing south.
So I think everyone's pushing at the same time, so it ends the queue, but not a problem. At Vancouver ground, Alpaca 4 Zulu might stand for 1, request push and start.
Alpaca 4 Zulu, Mike, roger, the push on to Juliet, approved, facing south. Just use reference for 37 on your left side.
Push start approved, face south, as copied, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. So 37 the other side. I don't know what he meant by that, but are we all pushing back at the same time? I'm not going to be blocking anyone, am I? Well, let's go, guys. I think we all got pushed at the same time.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I'll do it a super short push, so whoever that is in front of me should hopefully be able to push as well.
So connected and bypass in service. Release parking brake.
187 Air Canada 23 again.
Spawner out off. There we are. Dual bleed, checks complete. Parking brake released. 5 minutes late.
Starting to stack. And you may start engines.
He said llama. I hope this guy doesn't mind me pushing in front of him. Oh, just ripped all the pitot tubes off with the thing. They're definitely using better pushback. Look at the pace. It's exactly the same. Simultaneous push. Look at that. It's like identical. Look. The winglets are not even moving.
8 Zulu Alpha, you're cleared to Seattle by the Vancouver 3 departure. Departure runway 26.
Alright, starting to. I can hear them starting the engines.
And your squad code.
Like the default sat. X-Pilot needs to improve their sounds for traffic on VATSIM, because it sounds much better in the with V-Pilot.
Okay, citation 280 Alpha is cleared to the Seattle
N2, oil pressure M1.
The Victor, the Vancouver 3 departure procedure, and I'm going to need you to break that down for me. And then as filed, departure runway 26 and squawk 6.
Is he going to turn? There he goes, nice sharp turn. Oh my god, oh my days. Snap those all off.
Are you looking for me to
Okay.
break down the departure?
Start account monitor 2, 2, 4, 6, 3. 2 stable, starting 1.
Turn by turn for that, I'd appreciate it. Okay, November 280 Alpha Roger.
Have you not liked the level up V2? I'll give it another go, but I wanted to fly the ZIBO. ZIBO's still a go. no disrespect to the level up D.
Operation complete.
Hey?
Set parking brake.
Fair enough.
And
N2 oil pressure
Disconnecting
M1.
tow. Stand by.
Did it really? I don't know whether X-Pilot ever had better sounds than the default engine sounds in X-Plane.
Taxi via left onto Juliet, then Hotel, Delta 7.
Okay, start account, monitoring engine 1 and 2. 2, 4, 6, 3.
Runway 26 left.
1 and 2 stable.
Hotel, Delta 7, and altimeters 2947, Alpaca 35 Echo.
Gus, howdy Skipper, happy New Year. Wish the level up team kept the ZIBO flight model. I thought they had, but then it definitely flies different. The attitude last stream wasn't quite right, it was a little bit too low. Sort of landed on all 3 wheels, I think, and then
So
sim
it's
crashed.
disconnected and bypass then has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Perfect. Hello Matcha, hi Captain Ventum, engine failure during takeoff. You reach up for a before having memory items complete. You first want to get those completed or you start accelerating. You always bug up at MFRA, always accelerate. Star switches, probes, wing and anti-ice on. It will pop off automatically after takeoff, but the performance allows for the fact that we can turn it back on once you're airborne.
Canada 131, roger, runway 26 left.
Set flaps to 5. Well,
taxi via right on takeoff.
There's the
Hotel,
bypass bin.
Delta,
Flight
7.
controls.
Okay, 2947, 26 left via Golf, Hotel Delta, Delta 7.
Right, rudders, right and left. Happy days. Recall, blank lower DU, and then you read the 4 taxi checklist. We'll request taxi now.
We're going to gate
Should you be squawking 2000? We should be squawking 6102.
Canada 567, roger, gate 78, taxi via Mike and
Just testing everyone. Well done, Lee.
Thank you.
Welcome, Jess Boker. Thanks for your subscription.
131, just to give flight to that 320 on Hotel. Okay, give flight to the
nice long push there.
Hotel America 131. It'll already be passed.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, request taxi.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, roger, runway 26 left, altimeter 2947. Taxi via Juliet, Hotel, Delta, Delta 7.
Taxi 26 left, altimeter 2947 via Juliet Hotel Delta, Delta 7, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. As this controller is really clear and concise with his instructions, exactly the way it should be. Right, clear left, clear right, config. No config warning horn, let's go to Prince George.
Oh, fuck, I'm prepared to have 2947.
So 2947 we need to set as well.
Alpaca 231.
2947 set 3 times. So Juliet, Hotel, Delta, and then Delta 7's all the way back here.
Penguin.
Penguin?
025.
What a
Okay,
cool sign.
Let's see.
Great to be back in X-Plane, guys, and have it working like it always did for many years, after doing absolutely nothing. Wait, hold on, his 2 tons got a llama call sign. Unbelievable. I'm trying to taxi here on an external unit.
I already copy Penguin 235.
Penguin 235, request to Sydney by Vancouver.
Sydney? That's a long flight.
And then your flight planned, right?
Yeah, check the thrust. Yeah, XA snow's great. Don't know how much snow would be on the ground in Vancouver right now. 2 tons, I know, I've already pointed out. So left on hotel.
Penguin 2025,
Penguin, I love that.
Short of, actually, you can call the tower on 118.7 short of Delta Yankee.
We'll call tower short of Delta Yankee on 1187.
Look at that snow glare. How realistic is that? Reminds me of skiing. You know, when you go skiing on a really sunny day and you can't actually see any of the detail on the snow. Well, I've skied for many years, but...
Packer 712, roger, push on to Juliet is approved, facing south. Push on to Juliet, approved,
Cool.
facing south, Packer 712.
Vancouver's a bit of a temperate rainforest. I don't think it snows much. Oh, fair enough.
In Vancouver ground,
Has anyone got an update for Prince George?
Vancouver 3 departure.
It's Charlie Yankee X-Ray Sierra.
Stop the climate 5,000, or are we cleared up to our filed altitude?
Holding short, what camera plugin do you use? I don't use any camera plugin. This is just stock X-Plane camera. Stock X-Plane camera, which is really nice.
It's on a file, roger.
There we are, we're going to take a left on Delta. So, I was at 1 3/4 statue mark. Okay, that's improved. Light snow. Alright, that's not bad. Minus 13, so we must make our cold temperature corrections later.
And ground lifted to 493 heavy request.
Go to Frankfurt probably, or Munich.
Lufthansa 493, roger, brief cleared to Frankfurt, 5
There we go.
Vancouver 3 departure.
That's a long flight from Vancouver.
6 to left and the rest is unchanged.
Depart via runway 26 left, Vancouver 3 departure, rest unchanged. Delta 493 and we're ready for taxi. Sadly, the long is
Awesome.
493, roger.
I know V-Sky Check is... I had the opportunity to showcase it today, but I just... Unfortunately, I only read the message after I'd loaded into X-Plane 12, and it was just too soon before the stream for me to basically, you know, log out and redo it again, but I will look at it soon. Ah, this original X-Plane view is holding short. You can assign views in X-Plane to anything on your number pad, but otherwise it's just the default camera. Jivo, do you prefer the ZIBO or PMDG? I think PMDG, having flown the version 2024, is probably the best overall package. With simulated systems, the picture power settings are pretty spot on, with the improvements in 2024 as well. The whole idea here is just to really just see how the ZIBO mod's handling. The last few updates have had problems in the sim. I think it's been a combination of X-Plane weather and a few little quirks in the mod. So let's see how we get on today. Is that for me?
131, contact tower 118.7, yeah. Okay, contact tower 18.7, Canada 131, thank you.
Canada.
Alpaca 4, tower 118.7, see you later.
Tower 187, Alpaca 4 Zulu, bye bye.
Alpaca 231, call the tower now, 118.7, see you later.
Before takeoff, check this now. Config checked, flaps, we have 5 green lights, stab trim 5.75 minutes set. Takeoff briefing, the PAX auto bleeds on V speeds 34, 42, 48, set on the MCP. Departures is going to be, what is it, the Vancouver 3, it's a heading select departure, and basically, that's it, 5,000 feet, reviewed. Cabin is, we'll flick this to make sure the cabin's secure, but yeah, engine out failure procedure will stay over the bay, climb to 5,000.
5365 in the box for Canada 72.
Ox Patrick, when an M1 and speed button is used on the MCP? Never. I've never pressed M1 or speed. Just when you select different modes, you just confirm the regulators. We don't even do that, you change your FMAs basically. Anyway, second right for Delta 7. I better go over to tower actually.
Behind the departed traffic, line up on way 26 left, behind.
And 1286 I think is the airborne frequency. I'll match the cabin secure. Check's complete. Looks like ice. Oh, 08 will be NADP 1. Is that NADP 1 or 2 out of 26 left? I'll use noise 2. Vancouver Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, taxi Delta 7, runway 26 left, ready for departure. Oh, 187 is. Got the right frequency. Don't know what's going on, can't hear him. Just get to the whole point then I'll check in again. Vancouver Tower, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Okay, someone transmitting. It's just, can you hear that?
Air Canada 1311 airborne, contact Vancouver departure 132 decimal tree, wind 190 at 17, cleared for takeoff, runway 26 left. Okay, 32-3 airborne and 26 left, clear for takeoff. Air Canada 131, thank you.
Ah.
47 Mike, Vancouver Tower, say call sign.
Hi Vancouver Tower, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, holding Delta 7, runway 26 left, ready for departure.
Welcome. Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, behind the departing Air Canada A319, line up, runway 26 left.
Hi, departing Canada, line up runway 26 left, behind Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Okay.
Vancouver Tower, hello, Alpaca 231, holding Delta 7.
Alpacas everywhere. You just cleared an alpaca takeoff as well. Right, order throttle, now nav. Actually no, we're heading set for departure.
On Delta 7, hold short 26 left.
Hold on, 7.
And with the radar on. So MCP set, transponder,
2025, short of
TRA, strobe lights on, wait for takeoff clearance.
We need taxi to 26 left, we're also ready when we get there.
Oh, it's got Victor Charlie Papa again, I know.
Vancouver Tower, On Delta 9, hold short, 26 left.
Delta 9, hold short, 26 left.
Taxiing splendidly.
Alpaca 4 Zulu, Mike, wind airborne, contact Vancouver departure, 132.3, wind 190 at 17, cleared for takeoff, runway 26 left.
Airborne 132.3, runway 26 left, cleared takeoff, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. There we are, ladies and gentlemen, cleared for takeoff. Lights on.
Alpaca
Checks complete.
231.
Timing. Don't get a chat, let's go.
Following the departing company Boeing 737 lineup, runway 26
Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. Oh, where's my target M1? I can't see it.
Alpaca
91.7. Takeoff thrust set indications normal. Whoa, again, I've got so much right rudder in here. Whoa. Whoa, it's like full right now. Checked. I mean, that's it, 19 knots. Yeah, the nose is coming up on its own. Yeah, that should do that.
V1. Rotate.
Nose is just coming up on its own. Okay, keeping the wings level. But there seems to be no wind. It feels like there's like a full crosswind. What? What is going on? Oh my god! The wind just got full input on the aileron. Something's not right. Heading select. What happened there? I had full aileron and I could control the wings level.
1000.
Fuck up. Something didn't fit. It was all over. All over the place, guys. I had full aileron and it was still rolling. Alright, VT plus 15 flat pod. What happened with the last fleet, the mod?
Okay, now Canada 201.
Right, that was okay. It's all calmed down now. How much aileron? Did you see that full aileron? And it was still rolling.
Vancouver departure, the second aircraft,
Labs up.
Walker 1417. We're ready for taxi at Victoria runway 27.
Let's get checked in with Vancouver anyway. Maybe rudder trim. Nah. It's neutral.
Roger, you're at runway 27. There'll be
Felt like I had a 50 knot crosswind.
160.
Something wasn't right. But the nose came up at about 90 knots again, 100 knots. Trims all off.
Taxi via Echo. We'll hold short 27.
Vertical speed.
Okay, Echo and hold short 27, and just to let you know, your mic is a little broken. Not sure if there's something going on there. That's what I'm getting anyway. Roger.
Flight director should be commanding 2,000 feet per minute, which I'm actually having to look through the flight director. Vancouver departure, hello, it's Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike on a Vancouver 3, passing 4,000, 5,000.
1000 to go.
Everyone, we read you 5 normally, but you were blocked. Aircraft calls again.
Hello, it's Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike out of Vancouver 26 left, Vancouver 3.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, Vancouver departure. You're identified, climb 15,000 and turn right heading
1000 to
350.
go.
Turn right heading 350, climb 15,000, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Okay, 15,000. And what was that heading, guys? 350, I think.
Turn right.
That's why there's two of you.
Turn right during Gary on course, climb
Okay,
16,000.
VNAV.
Climb 16,000.
Usually pilot monitoring would manipulate the MCP if you were hand flying. 350,
Yeah,
roger.
actually disregard, maintain 15,000 actually.
Oh look, we're getting inbound on the heading.
Alpaca 35 Echo, contact Vancouver.
Yeah, that takeoff was crazy. I was like, I had a 50 knot cross. I had so much left aileron, I had full aileron, and I think I was still rolling to the right. Or was it the other way? I can't remember, but basically it was barely enough. It was like I had a 50 knot crosswind. Something was really weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That explains why they know. But yeah, we were popping a wheelie again, unfortunately, which makes steering. Obviously, you can't steer on the nose wheel anymore if the nose is off the runway. Command A, let's do the after takeoff checklist. Engine anti-ice should be on after takeoff. Gear off or the brake off. Anti-ice on. Air conditioning and pressurization 3.0. Climbing set. East crew.
runway 07, squawk 6671.
Altimeter's 2947, passing 8,400 for altitude 15,000 feet. Have to take off chase complete.
Squawk 6671, not gonna
Oh, on our way now. There we are.
You're welcome to 01.
HMS Daring, the wind swung around about 100 degrees in 20 seconds during the takeoff. Yeah, but what speed?
Alpaca 231, Vancouver departure, you're identified.
So I'd say it's less ZIBO, more X-plane weather, but 15 knots, it should still be controllable. I mean, if a 15 knot crosswind, you should have more than enough.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, turn right direct, Gary on course.
Direct to Gary, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike.
Canada 131,
Executes. Now nav available. Now nav. MCP cam on. Passing 10,600, 15,000 feet. Pre-cruise checks. Fuel 4 pumps. Engine anti-ice will leave on for now. So a bit of precipitation. Lights off. AP's off. Pressurization 4.0. Climbing. Configured and set. Seems smooth enough. Reuse the belts. Recall 1215. There we are, checks complete. We can say though, I maintain 16,000, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Set 16,000 checked. We can say, it's so much nicer to have Ortho installed and this X8 now. Look at that, that looks so much better. Last stream in X-Plane we used default scenery and it looks, it's a real immersion killer for me, the default scenery. Unless you're at night time or IMC. But this looks fantastic. Look at that. That's really good.
Walker 1417, you're identified, climb 15,000.
Beautiful. Anyway, what's our ETA? Using reserve fuel already.
Alpaca 231, turn right heading.
Oh yeah, 3.5 or alternate 3.7. So we have to divert. We're already going to be below minimum reserve fuel. Hopefully there's some shortcuts to be had. Hello Dimitri, you're now over Ho Sound, beautiful country, very very nice. Yeah, it was more like a force like gust of the crosswind ZIBO X-plane. I need to play that back. I think it's more an X-planeism than a ZIBOism. But on the initial takeoff roll, I had to put full rudder in. Now I think that's actually a ZIBOism because there feels like there is no weight on the nose wheel at the moment on the ZIBO mod. And the last 3 takeoffs we've done, the nose wheel starts coming up off the runway from about above 80-90 knots. So with no nose wheel on the runway, you lose your nose wheel steering. So all of a sudden I'm having to only use rudder, which at low speed, sort of below 100 knots, isn't very effective. Light turbines here. Which would explain that, I suppose. But on rotation, it was alright, but when about 100 feet above the ground, I had to put full aileron on it to keep the wings level. It's bonkers.
Citation 82 Alpha, Vancouver departure, you're identified.
There's 16,000 level. VNAV.
Climb 9,000. Okay, out of...
I'm not trying any betas ever on this channel again. Oh, bit of turbulence. Better put the old seatbelt on. That's one thing that's really nice in X-Plane 12 is the turbulence in cloud. Just wait for some further climb.
Alpaca 231, turn right direct, Gary on course.
Turn Gary, Alpaca 231.
Excuse me, I'm just having a little drink in the background. XA Snow's buggy. Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm not using the base for those reasons.
Alpaca 40 Mike, contact Vancouver Center 133.7.
133.7. Alpaca 40 Mike. Bye. That's it. Someone saying centre's having issues. Okay, we'll try it.
Club 1993,
Yes,
that's
okay.
flight plan closure 2-1. Thanks for
Oh, a bit rough here, isn't it? That's good to hear, Dimitri. It needs a little tweak. Vancouver Centre, hello, it's Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, maintaining 16,000 inbound Gary.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, Vancouver Center, go low, climb flight level 320.
Climb maintain flight level 320, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. There we are. Oh, let's get out of this turbulence. Set 320 checked. Set as standard. Passing 164, flight level 320. And that's our cruise level set. Overhead panel, MCP, and...
Who's calling up for taxi in Pitchridge? One thing, Mike. One thing on my...
Oh no, I've got the OG FMC here. Set 3 times, 125.
George altimeter 2932.
Hopefully about the clouds soon. Perfect. We'll get rid of the old MCP. Adjusting the MCP of any setting higher, or adjusting the MCP with the setting any higher is almost impossible in turbulence. Is that with the turbulence-based camera? Oh yeah, I'm using German flight sim. I use mine at 25%. Yeah, anything higher it's too much, too unrealistic. So 25% is what I use. Zane Lozy Libra. This is not the new PC. I'll let you guys know when I have it on the way. It's still not here. Old PC, and I'm getting 50 FPS. Not bad. Beautiful scenery. I know. Downloaded all that lovely ortho. I think it's going to be like this most of the way.
Got you, hold to it 15, below on the mic.
2 tons, roll the stream back. You had no wind on the takeoff roll, and the sim immediately registered quartering tailwind at 50 knots of left roll. So I put, which aileron? I had full aileron in, and it was still rolling though, which is very unusual behaviour. Rudder was neutral.
November 420 X-ray Bravo, 15, altimeter 2932, taxi by Alpha.
Need to christen the new PC with ZIBO stream. No, it'll probably be some gnarly test, like the A380 from Tokyo with settings on maximum. I really want to stress test the 5090 and my AMD Ryzen CPU. Right now it's in a Chill Blast HQ getting a spanner in it, a screwdriver in it basically. Fingers crossed. Coming in a new PC before GTA 6. That should be out this year. Next time we certify for a new PC. There we are. Looking good though in Explain.
Vancouver Center, are you able to advise what runway we should expect for Air Canada 2160?
No. Yeah, any Bill's A350 could be a good stress test. I think Heathrow to Frankfurt at 777 should do it.
Order 3575.
Ortho clouds. The clouds in Explain are alright.
Runway 26 right, altimeter 2947, 1 ready, descend 16,000.
So we'll actually, I think Vancouver Centre will give us AC all the way into Prince George. Just going to get an update on the weather. 13 minutes ago. No weather on actual VATSIM, unfortunately. 6 statute. Oh, it's snow, but the visibility has improved. So look, 2503. I think we'll go off the ILS. So it's snowing. That vis will change. But yeah, we're going to do some cold temperature corrections again, guys. Sometimes the charts have them. No, not here. We'll have to get the. I'll get the cold temperature correction table up on on Chrome. There we are. So look, we'll use the table here for the cold temperature corrections into Prince George. Harry, you just got a new PC of 5080. 2024 performance on landing is absolutely terrible. Microsoft Flight Sim support isn't doing much, so I'm trying to resolve the issue with help of a few community members. Maybe turn your settings down and check. So I've got a 3080, and it's alright, you know, don't have too many stutters since some update 4 especially. Gus, how many flight models per frame are you using? I have cranked my settings to 6. I noticed some improvement on lateral stability for every aircraft. Oof. I don't dare change any of those settings. Never have done, never will. Hello, Dinky Doos. What's your news PC? Is it Chillbars HQ? It's appreciating in value. That is true. I hope they don't come back and say, actually, you owe us more money now. I saw on Reddit that some people that ordered PCs, or PC parts, they were automatically refunded. Then they went to go purchase again and obviously it jumped up in price. Especially, is it RAM? RAM's gone crazy, hasn't it?
Cargo 578, Vancouver Center.
Harry, don't use Ultra. I've never used Ultra in 2024. I have most mine on medium to high.
Cargo 578, just confirm frequency 128.
Yeah, I was quite lucky timing with the PC. Let's well, as long as I get it, they don't change their mind on the prices. ZIBO's cold temp on page 3 of the approach page. Cass. Yeah, I don't know how to use this though. That's not fit to our phone. I just stick to my SOPs, Cat, on my streams. I know there's all sorts of different variations of the 7.3. Oops, no, so when heading select there. Variants of the 7.3, but we'll just do it how I do it on my operator.
704, clear for takeoff from A15. Clear for takeoff 15, call you when airborne, blue and white.
Hey Steve, hope you're doing well, buddy. There you go, he's got the advice. CPU for frames, GPU for looks. Yeah, Gary, are you using Sim Update 4 and Microsoft Flight Sim? Those specs you'll be fine for a few more years. I mean, I was, but I just, 4 years old, I just thought, why not get one now? I mean, a lot of tweaking around, fiddling, I'm sure. One to go.
1,000 to go.
Well, beautiful scenery as you can see on the way to Prince George, out the left and right hand side. Very nice. Just one set today, guys, as well. It's already 10 o'clock here at night. That's very cool, Gus Rodriguez, but I'll still do it my way. Stubborn I am. Welcome, Sip. How's the flight? Very, very good so far. I'm a little concerned about the fuel. Perfect, there we are in the cruise. Is that a little bit of scenery or is it just... No, it's just explain clouds. Oh well. Right, look, not long till top of descent, 136 miles, and we've got all these cold temperature corrections to make. So, there's no star into Prince George. You just have these arrivals here. So our flight plan terminates at MPOV. Now MPOV was very convenient for what I was anticipating to use today, the straight in RNAV approach, MPOV initial approach fix boss on boom straight in. However, oh actually with that weather now it should be fine. 6 statute miles, 2503 minus 13. I really don't know what runway they're going to use today. With that weather you could go straight in off the RMP on our GNSS, but at the start of the stream it was awful, so I don't know if it's fluctuating for snow moving through. Yeah, look, it might have actually moved through. Right. Yeah, so look, there's the start of the stream at 2100 Zulu, so when I started it, here's all the snow. It looks like it's moved off to the east. Now it's sort of it's away, so I don't know if this controller is controlling this area. I might ask him if he is what we can expect for the approach. Let's have a look here for the ATC. Is he busy? Yeah, so this guy... Oh no, we have an approach controller here. And there's an ATIS too, so I'll have a little look on X-Pilot. That would be the answer to my question. C, what's my code? It's Charlie Yankee X-Ray Sierra, I've got it. So the ATIS here... Oh, it's not coming up. See if I could tune it in. 128725.
You have information Bravo.
So here we are, this is the weather.
Prince George information Bravo. The weather at 2148 Eshel.
Hey? Weather what? Tell me the weather now. Oh, it's cut off. It was online, but it's gone. The ATIS has disappeared off V-Pilot. Oh, as you do. Runway 15 active. Thanks, Dimitri. That's what I wanted to hear. I would expect with that weather. So, anyway, look.
Banana, approaching to Penguin 2025.
Banana picking? Did you say banana picking? Brilliant. Look, we're going to go from MPOV. From MPOV. We're going to do what we got the flight plan just to go to the Prince George VOR. So it sort of looks like this. There we are. So we'll just fly off this. So the arrival comes from Prince George. MSA doesn't mention on this chart, but we've got the sort of break points here. So 5265.
I heard everyone, but everyone stay close.
So 5,400 is this sector. So that's above the observation. We need to change that. So Kinev. So remember the calculation from last stream, guys. You take your elevation, which is 2,300. Subtract that from the altitude restriction. So 5,400 on this leg here, minus the elevation. Just get my calculator. So that's 3,100 feet above the ground. So we need to temperature correct 3,100. And was it minus 10? What was the temperature actually? Minus 13 was it? Minus 12. I'll use minus 10. You should probably be conservative to go minus 20, but it's definitely going to get sort of... Actually, what was the previous weather? I'd probably go minus 20, but I don't want to go too high on the approach. Anyway, let's do minus 20 to be conservative. So I need to get that there for you guys and the cold temperature corrections.
Flare 7806, Vancouver.
Can't see it all, I haven't got enough space on my computer screen. 3,100 then, minus 20, so 420 plus 30, so we'll call it 430 above.
Roger, Continental over on board and descend to 16,000 when ready, rest 5110.
I can't actually see anything here. 430, so 5830 or above.
Number 493 heavy, Vancouver Center below, climb flightable 340.
Execute. So we need to change these two here, Voles.
4 Romeo Mike, turn left.
So Voles 4,200. Elevation's 2,300, so that's only 1,900 feet above the ground. We'll call it 2,000. 2,000 minus 20 is 280 feet on top of this. So Voles 480 or above.
Alright, I'm missing anybody in the air right now.
And then lastly the Manon fix here, Manon 3630.
Flare.
Above the ground, that is 1330, we'll call it 1400. Looking at the temperature corrections, 1500 we'll use is 210 feet. So 210 feet.
Flare 7906 is clear to the Victoria.
3630, that's 210. There we are, 3840 or above. So remember, an altimeter measures air density, not altitude. It just gives you altitude as information. And when it's colder, your altimeter underreads, so you're actually overreads, so you're actually lower than the indicated altitude. So it's very important you change these altitudes. Runway 15 you can't change, but the beauty is that an ILS is safe. You've got the vertical lines. Currently mag decimal 76, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, roger, Mach 75.
Reducing 75, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. So we can just simply open the speed intervent and dial 75 if it's a temporary thing. Okay, so we've changed the altitudes. Missed approach climbs to 7,100, so that's going to be above the... Oh no, it's actually not above the temperature corrected MSA, so I should check that. So I'll confirm with ATC that missed approach altitude temperature corrected. What's that for me? No. So look, we'll get the ILS restrictions active, 195. contaminated runway, that could always be interesting in X-Plane 12. Unlike Microsoft Flight Simulator, it does give you a contaminated runway. You can't actually tell what the braking action is. So we'll be ultra conservative again with the stopping performance. We'll presume that it's a braking action of 2 or something. But in reality you'd get a braking action report. My operator, anything 0-1 but can't land off. Prince George VOR then, 12-3 on standby.
Question 187 on the ILS Zulu, runway 16, approach Lanyard transition.
Perfect, and minimums 2432, 200 feet above the ground, so we need to add 30 feet, that's the cold temperature correction for -20, so the actual minimum is 2462.
Roger, you want the RNAV X-ray, and can you say the transition you want? That was Echo, Bravo, Lima, Echo, Lima.
Yeah, it'd be great if a desktop simulator could actually simulate different braking actions and contaminated runways. There's not really any accurate simulation of anything. What is the runway length here, which I have no idea. I've not actually looked at that before. So. Oh, yeah, okay, 11,450 feet. I think we'll be alright. But even, braking action of 2 or less, or 2 is amazing how slippy it is. But look, we'll use max reverse thrust. We'll probably end up vacating Delta anyway. Yeah, alright then, thanks. Didn't actually realise how long it was. I thought it was quite short. Anyway, let's look at the performance. Fuel then, we've got to be a bit careful of this. The good news is, the weather has improved, so we should be able to get in, and coming back should be fine. But if you have a look at the flight plan to come back to Vancouver, that we need 3638, and we got 36, so we're bang on reserves. So we're going to using reserve fuel a few times. Let's look at the landing performance anyway. So home, performance landing, runway 15, isn't it? Flat 40, I'm still going to use flat 40 even though it's contaminated. It'll be very heavy here, so landing, burning 900 kilos of fuel, 64.7. So we're about 600 kilos below the max landing weight, super heavy. So we get a limitation in a desktop simulator. You can only get braking actions with the mod here of dry or wet. So we'll have to go wet. There you go, a flat 40 on a brake 3. Easily stopping before the end of the runway. But if it was contaminated, you'd be using a lot more runway, obviously. Cool. Alright, let's see how the weather is. Winter operations then, very cold. We've done the cold temperature corrections, that's the main threat. Apart from that, operating icing conditions, the Air 737 certified for operating in moderate icing. Engine anti-ice, use the temperature visible moisture criteria, so obviously look outside if it is even cloud or precipitation, temperatures below 10, use engine anti-ice. Wing anti-ice is very much a you look for icing on the aircraft, so on the wiper bolt, leading edge, you can see reasonably well from the flight deck, just here, and you can see ice there. That's pretty much exactly what you see in the real aeroplane. And if you see ice building, that's when you use wing anti-ice, primarily as a de-icer. And after landing in freezing conditions, you have a slightly different taxi and flow, leave the flaps at 15 if it's snowing heavily, or if you've been holding a long time in freezing conditions to haven't checked. Trim to 5 units, leave the probe on.
Attack 35 Echo, altimeter 2934 in
cool, start descent very shortly.
Runway 15,
there we are.
when ready to descend 9000.
Was that for me? Don't tell it was for me.
Descend when ready,
10.5 miles, because we're on IMC, and top descent around 98 miles.
Air Canada 131, runway 15.
Perfect, so top descent slightly beyond that, because obviously we're doing like a 180 degree turn. Yeah, there's now a pack ahead of us just starting their descent.
Canada 238 contact.
V1 needs this tutorial. I've heard about V1 and his 737 quads. He's had a few instances, hasn't he, virtually? A few crashes. I think it's about to start his type rating, isn't it, or something like that. Yeah, Mika, that's quite true. ZIBO wings turn white when there's ice. That is very useful. I've seen that before. Dimitri, what do one gains from updating to X-Plane 12 betas with the official releases? In my experience, absolutely nothing. Because when I opted into the 12.3 beta 4 months ago, that's when my X-Plane 12 issues started and never really stopped. Albeit, in preparation for today, I've had no issues, touch wood, with anything. And I've started using Ortho and plugins again now.
217, safe speed.
So V-Sky check, ZIBO does depict braking action when you set runway conditions on init page before arrival. Then you can affect the ground friction to match in real life. So what, you change the... This changes it in the actual simulator?
217, Vancouver Center.
So if you were to change the braking action in the FMC, it changes the braking action on the runway? Well, that's not... Why would you do that? Gary, 12.3 is a mess beta release version. Well, touch wood. Let's just get down on the ground, guys. No way, V-Sky check. Well, let's not make the runway slippier than it is.
And I'll back 35 Echo, plan the ILS, Yankee, runway 15 approach, Prince George VOR transition.
I think that might be for me.
Runway 15 ILS Yankee with the Prince George transition. I'll back at 35
That's
Echo.
what we are expecting as well.
Air Canada 131, plan the ILS runway.
Watch your ears.
Yankee, runway 15 approach.
Oh, there's some terrain.
Okay, prepare the ILS Yankee 15 approach, Prince George transition. Air Canada 131. Packet 35 Echo, clear direct to Prince George VOR, after Prince George VOR, clear the ILS Yankee, runway 15 approach.
Direct now, Prince George VOR, after Prince George, cleared ILS 15.
Well, this time tomorrow, guys, I'll be over south of France on the way back to the UK.
Packet 35 Echo, I'll make this easier. You're clear to approach now, so altitude's at your discretion.
Oh yeah, Sim 737 pilot. So many people have so many. You know, some people are having no issues in X-Plane at the moment, and others are having loads. I've been the latter, but so far so good.
340. Right, 30 degrees, climb 470.
Coming up to top of descent now anyway. Still at our assigned decimal 75. Just scratching no snow at your airports, not in south of Spain, but in the UK there's a chance of snow tomorrow, but it's going to be very cold.
Air Canada 297 Vancouver Center, hello, welcome on board. Break Air Canada 2160, contact terminal 128.6.
I'll request descent soon.
128.
So we're in the top of cloud here, however, because it's so cold, minus 54, you don't need engine anti-ice on. However, if we start descending in icing conditions, you turn the engine anti-ice on straight away.
American 46, runway 16, call altimeter 2941, one ready to send 16,000. One ready 16,000, 3940, so you can get like 1.
I just got a notification from YouTube on my phone. Check this out, guys. Oh, it just came up now. Shall I do it now? Shall I do it live?
Canada 131, clear direct.
Literally just came up. I'm redeeming as we speak. I'm just going to screenshot this. Oh yes, if you didn't realise, yeah, I reached 100,000 subscribers last week. Yay! I've just double check you're using your channel's correct redemption code. Well, I'm not showing that.
Back Fort Zulu Mike. Speed restriction cancelled. Clear direct to Prince George VOR. At the Prince George VOR, cleared the ILS. Attraction right now, cleared the ILS Yankee runway 15 approach. Prince George VOR transition.
Routing now direct to Prince George VOR. After Prince George VOR, we're cleared for the ILS Yankee. Runway 15 via the VOR. Just is that descend on discretion now, Packet 4 Zulu Mike?
Packet 4 Zulu Mike, A-firm. Found a loophole that makes it work.
Okay, thank you. Alright, I'm just going down. Actually, there's never anything that you want to hear. So let's set something sensible. Cold temperature corrections. top of drop. We'll set 6,000 feet. Look, that's the safe, cold temperature corrected altitude. Right, so 6,000 feet on the MCP. VNAV.
9000 and 2941 for Air Canada 972.
Get the engine anti-ice on as soon as you can.
972 correction.
And engine anti-ice on.
3500 Air Canada 972.
Just as a little bit late descending, which is why I've just jumped above path. So engine anti-ice on, VNAV path, 6,000 feet set. And what was the
Vancouver Center,
altimeter setting? I think it gave it to me, but I'll get it off the ATIS. It was 2934, so we'll set that now. 2934. Oh, I never actually put the descent forecast page. A bit bumpy again. Cheers guys, thank you. Adrian Ferrari, 13 months. You can't teach it, really, just on skill alone. And driving with alpaca wool, absolutely. Thanks, buddy.
When I get some time, I can deal with that if you'd like.
We're probably going to be IMC the whole way down.
201 hold works for us. Have you got an approximate estimate for time?
No.
201, I can give you maybe 1 5 minutes.
I might just order my silver play button whilst doing this here.
That's fine. Afghan 201, roger that. Clear direct. Find a good waypoint.
Enter your redemption code. Okay. Redeeming now.
Request descent. Back at 231 Vancouver Center. Runway 15.
It didn't work. I think I have to do something on my background.
Runway 15, when ready descent. Altitude 160.
Oh, it's doing something. There we are.
Correction. Altimeter 2934. On back at 231.
So I'm putting it all in now. YouTube channel name. This is far more important. Flight date sim. Language for myself. I'm English, United Kingdom. Approve and check out. Approve and check out. Once you place your order, it will not be possible to alter. Approve. I definitely put the correct words. Yes,
North of Ragged with a inbound course of
oh, shipping!
260. 1 minute
Putting it in now, guys.
At 17,000 feet.
This is amazing. I didn't expect this during the stream.
260, 1 minute toll, and at 17,000.
You guys watching the airplane whilst I redeem my YouTube silver play button?
That's correct.
No, don't. Got to get my address right. I don't want someone else getting it. Oh, his phone's going
Romeo
off.
Alpha Golf India Tango, Afghan 201, cheers. Gotcha, thanks, sir.
Country, United Kingdom. First name, Jebediah.
231, clear dial, S Yankee, runway 15 approach, Prince George, transition.
Street address.
Clear dial, S Yankee, runway 15, Prince George approach, Africa 231.
Done.
And Vancouver, apologies, I know you're busy. Defense at 403, can we expect a return to our flight path at some point?
Just checking the address.
Clear direct. Road 2 on course. Direct road 2 on course. Lufthansa 403, thank you.
Confirm. Oh good. Oh, I'm off path. I'm too busy redeeming my silver play button. Oh my gosh, my order throttles. Oh my gosh, could you hear that click, guys? Right, speed breaks out. I'm ordering my YouTube silver play button. Just double checking.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, say speed.
Speed 273 knots, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, speed 230.
We're just 230 knots, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. So speed into vent 230 knots. I've already got my speed brake out. Tell the FMC I'm doing 230 knots. Oh gosh, so bumpy. 230 knots. Execute. That's going to update my path.
460, runway 16.
It's going to make it steep.
2941, run ready, descent 1.
Place order. I understand I'm responsible.
Altimeter 2941, when ready, descent 9,500, west jet 460.
I've literally placed the order for it. I got it! It's on its way! I'm not going to... I can show you this here. I'm not going to show you my order number, but there you go, guys. Done. It's on its way. It's just terms and conditions and stuff. My YouTube silver button is on. My silver play button is on the way. Amazing. Thanks for that, guys. Sorry, I was not present in the stream for a second. I'm back now. Right, where are we? Right, we're going to a safe altitude, 6,000 feet. Speed's coming back higher path, but we're doing something about
Would you be able to put the coordination request forward towards the approach controller just to see if they can facilitate the run that I've got scheduled there early and then come back up this way?
What's this high talking about?
Second 201, yeah, he's clear to climb up to 17,000.
Will you temperature correct the minimums? We have done Oliver Taylor. The minimums that we've set, 2462, is temperature corrected by 30 feet. 200 feet above the ground. Thanks, guys.
Roger, thanks, climb 17,000.
It's on the way, ordered.
Just let us know what 201.
And I'm going to put it on my desk. Well, not on my desk.
Romeo Mike, just to confirm, have you just started descent or no? I'm approaching top of tank soon.
For Romeo, Mike, wasn't it?
Hi,
I've run ZIBO mod level up, which is better. ZIBO mod for the flight model, I think. Level up is an improvement on sounds. Having said that, I don't know if it's an explained issue or the mod at the moment. Takeoff was hairy. German, why do you correct MDA, not just decision heights? But decision height is based off a radio altitude, which we've not set today. We're using baro minimums. Fiston, weather radar looks like a pretty picture. Mine's pretty clear. It's just sort of stratus cloud here. Anyway, look, seatbelt side speed on pretty much the whole sector. God, going to proper wintry conditions here, guys, in the descent. Live stream unboxing, yeah, I think so. Celebratory barrel roll after flight. No. I can't believe that happened during a stream. Literally popped up. Oh, literally from nowhere as well. Look at this weather that's just arrived. Oh, really? Lovely. Anyway, look, path's slowly creeping back at 230 knots. I can actually close the speed window, so speed intervents disappeared, and it'll stay on VNAV speed because I'm above path. Steve, funny if the new PC and the award arrive the same day. How cool would that be? Oh, not if the award takes weeks, of course. No, I don't know how long it's going to take.
I'm going to expect you around here. Turn left.
See if I got an email as well. It came up on my YouTube app on my iPhone as a notification. Oh no, I've also got the yeah, I've got an email confirmation as well.
9,000 contact terminal 128.6.
Very cool. So again, looking at this weather radar return, it's just popped in from nowhere. You'd be very cautious with sort of yellow returns in snow. You don't want to be holding in icy conditions for a long time, but it did sort of depict the radar return on Navigraph. Speed brake is extended, where's wheel already. The speed brake at this sort of speed doesn't do much. Anything less than sort of 250 knots, it becomes a lot less effective. Yeah, Dimitri, done a day in the office at Prince George. Bank angle, thanks. Check CYVR changed. Right, we'll cycle the belts. That tells the cabin crew we've got about 15 minutes till landing. So cool, you got that email while streaming. Yeah, I know. Well, it was a notification that just came up.
Canada 805, contact departures 132.3. Alaska 805. Acre. Right over to terminal Alaska 805.
German flies from, because that you turn the knob like forever until you have 5560 or something. Oh yeah, 2462. So yes, look, at my operator, we only use this as minimums on the radio altimeter. We don't use it for Cat 1 at my operator, we use a barometric altitude as reference. The reason is, there could be undulating terrain, or things like that, which could impact your radio altitude call out. So for Cat 2, Cat 3 in a protected area, with Cat 1 you can't guarantee that at 200 feet that the terrain's completely flat, so it's going to give you a spurious radio altitude call out. It could be a hill, a building, you know, imagine a 3-story building. You know, it's about 800 feet. Start switch continuous. Yes. So yeah, that's why we use barometric altitude for Cat 1 ILS. Right, we're on path now, so I can stow the speed brake. And it's going to maintain 230 knots. Remember the elevation here is 2,300 feet. There you go, Joe. So yeah, well no, this is not an MDA. Cat 1 minimum is a DA, decision altitude. because you decide here, you can briefly, as long as you execute the go around at that height, dip below it. But an MDA, you have to add 40 feet, you mustn't descend below. God blimey, what's going on? Look, no inputs on the controls, guys. Look at it rolling. This is quite moderate turbulence.
Vancouver Center, Walker 14.
Right, nearly 10,000 feet above the ground now, so we'll do the post-cruise checks. Just carefully monitor the flight path here, it's all over the place. Fuel, full pumps, lights.
I'm going to Prince George. Can you call me on final here just so I don't forget about you?
Alright, cool. APU 3.5. APU, angle of bank 25, pressurization 3.8 set, belts on, recall. Checks complete. How's X-Plane's ice? Oh! X-Plane's doing its stupid icing thing where the wing is solid white. That means you need wing anti-ice.
What's that wind coming to go around? What's your 187 round fly, runway heading? And climb,
Right, so you see how the top of the wing is white. There you go. We just saw. Did you see the wing change from completely white to clear? That's X-Plane's way of saying you've removed the ice. Ken Butler, don't do a V1 on the approach. Yes, I heard he made an impromptu visit to terra firma.
Back to 35 Echo, wind.
German flight simmer. Ah, needs to learn a lot. No, not at all. No shame on you, sir. These are good questions you're asking. This is what it's all about on this channel. So, you know, you're educating yourself, but you ask some great questions, you guys, which actually makes me think about sometimes. Oh, I better double check that. So it improves my knowledge. That's the beauty of this as a professional. I can use this as a way of improving myself. And again, you know, I'm an examiner and I'm a line training captain, and I do know my stuff, but it's great to have some fantastic questions. You come in, I go, you know what, I'll look that up, I'll double check that. So it improves my knowledge continuously. And there's no airline pilot in the world that can put their hands up and say, I know my manuals, I know everything off by heart. I know what I need to know, I know where to find information, but it's great to be able to refresh this stuff. Anyway, look, we've gone to FMC speed because our target speed dropped slightly below 215 knots. We'd use wing anti-ice as a de-icer, so we'll pop it back off and carefully monitor the top of the wing.
4 Romeo Mike, contact terminal 128.6.
So this controller's not only controlling obviously the approach here, he's dealing with all the arrivals as well. So we can now step down to our new temperature corrected altitude, 5,830, so we can go down to 5,900 feet. I think that's also a sign of the wing anti-ice in the sim. Yes, solid white wing, wing anti-ice back on. This is moderate icing conditions, really.
1 Tango Mike, contact terminal 126.
A good crosswind on base, or headwind on base, I should say. Yeah, wings clear. But I'm going to keep it on. Next stopbound altitude will be 4,500 feet for Voles. Ever had to use wing anti-ice in real life? Oh yeah, multiple times. Tony Bods, do you prefer X-Plane 12 or 2024? They both have pros and cons. I think 2024 gives the average simmer the best overall package with regards to graphics, performance, quality add-ons. X-Plane is I'd say a more of a niche sim, but I get a lot of enjoyment from flying aircraft in this sim. The takeoff and landing is more realistic, not at the moment with dodgy weather. Injection and mod needing a bit of tweaking in the moment, but let's see how it handles on approach today, guys. Probably also get established on the ILS, so I'll do a little bit of all day to fly. Yeah, a little bit of ice, I think that's meant to be building up on the window edge. Just limitations in the sim means I'm just going to keep the wing anti-ice on. I can't actually see my wing because it's that. Oh, there it is. Seems clear. So these temperature corrections should place us, you know, safely onto the ILS. If I didn't have these corrections, we could potentially be a lot lower, but obviously with VNAV, we're above these restrictions considerably anyway because we're wanting to fly a continuous descent. But we're looking good. Decal's coming up on the ND, so we'll get ready to slow down, select flat 1. Harry, how do you check for ice at night? You do this. There you go, wing anti-ice. Wing lights on. There's a bit of terra firma, and they illuminate the leading edge.
What's your 187, contact center 132.3.
Alright, turning base. So what I'm going to do here is go speed into vents, plug the up speed, select flaps 1. Checks. Okay, 1 mile before Kinev, we can step down now to 4,500 feet. Turn that on, hadn't I? Set 4,500 checked. Flaps 1.
There's the direct, let's see, Prince George Freeway, we're on Prince George Freeway, clear the Islet Zulu, runway 15 approach.
So we don't want to be too close to the aircraft in front because they are going to have to backtrack. Yeah, unless they can vacate Delta, or they go to the end Echo Foxtrot. I'll try to make Delta if I can. Okay, looking good here. Okay, we're going to go flat 5. Speed checked, match speeds.
Yeah, 132.35. 123, or correction, 132.35.
Oh, I bugged the flat 5 speed perfectly without looking. I don't know how I managed that.
1475 contact center on 132.35. Yep.
So elevation here, what was it, 2,300? So we are...
Walker 17, pressure
there you go, look.
17.
Bang on the ILS glide slope. Fantastic. So I'm going to use VS now to finesse. Use VS to place the aircraft. We've been cleared ILS from ATC. So about 500 feet per minute. Beautiful. And we'll set runway heading 153.
Zero Bravo, contact terminal 1286.
Localise arrive, localise and capture.
128.6, Zero Bravo, yes.
Yes, great shot. That's a company SOP my operator uses. Glide slope capture, the missed approach altitude. Well, we need to confirm ATC the temperature gradient, 7,100, but we'll get under we're under radar control, so we'll confirm it afterwards. Okay. Fully established.
Canada 297-268.
Well, just coming out of the clouds. I'm going to leave the wing anti-ice on because of X-plane. I'd have turned it off probably by now.
2,500.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike established, ILS Yankee 15 Prince George.
Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike, your number 2 to land, winds 2304, clear to land, runway 15.
15 clear to land, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. Well, hopefully that aircraft will backtrack quickly. Got a little bit of a tailwind here on the approach. Ground speed's 187 knots, so we're going to go flat 10.
Vancouver, hello, Alaska 70.
Alright, let's start switching continuous.
15 from 380. Alaska 70.
Let's try hand flying. Disconnect all the throttle. Disconnecting all the pilots. Okay, nicely in trim. We disconnected. Unit ref coming to 5 miles. Going to configure a bit sooner. Gear down. Flat 15. Match speeds. Big balloon there from flat 15. More than I expect. You get a bit of a balloon, but not that much. Right, star switches are in continuous. Recall check. Speed brake. Arm green light. Landing gear down. So we're going to brake 3. Set flat 25.
Okay.
Good. Speed below 162, flat 40. V of +5. So we're looking for around 0 degrees altitude, about 62% once the speed stabilised. Pappies are showing through reds. Correct. I'm following the glide slope, but I don't know why the glide slope is not matching the Pappies. Look at that. I've got 4 reds on the Pappies, but bang on the glide slope. Anything, I'm high. Right, we're going to ignore the Pappies. Okay, and follow the glide slope. That's just a cock up with either the scenery or the something. Flaps 40, green light. We've been cleared to land, albeit I think there's a runway on the aircraft from the runway. Right, the Pappies are not matching the glide slope at all. So I'm actually going to do that, detune the ILS,
1,000 feet stabilized.
and follow the Pappies. There's nothing. The Pappies are actually what's going to keep you safe.
One heavy, 26 right.
Whoa! Okay, no. He's just stuck on 4 reds. I'm really high. I'm super high. I can tell from that picture. 500 continue. The Pappies are broken. The Pappies are so broken. I'm really high and it's showing 4 reds, like super high. If I bring the ILS up briefly, look, you can't even see the glide slope. Glide slope's full deflection down. Stupid pappies. That's, yeah. I'd be going around, I'm going to be outside the touchdown zone. Hey yo, desktop sim.
F10 on 135.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Acceptable speed break up reverse. Okay, 75%. 100 knots. Manual braking, we're going to the end, auto brake this off. 80 knots. Yeah, 80 knots.
Osaka 231, your number 2 to land, wind 230.
Okay, out of reverse, and stone reverses. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prince George. Now I had to flare at 50 feet because my rate of descent was really high over the threshold. Usually you check or start the landing technique at about 20-30 feet or 20 feet, but because I came down so high, 1,000 feet, but I had to check at 50 feet. But yeah, it's completely, I don't know, that's a scenery issue, that is. We had like 4 reds, even though I was grossly high. Alright, we'll go to the end and vacate because I think there's traffic on fire.
493, contact center, 13, correction, Edmonton Center, 135.
Actually, the runway could be quite slippy here. I better start slowing down. So interestingly, if you have a runway like this, you won't come steaming in towards the end at this sort of speed, because especially if it's contaminated, because you could literally go like this. But you can use reverse thrust up to maximum if you have to stop the aircraft if it's contaminated. So in real life, you know, we could do this right until you've stopped if you feel that your brakes aren't effective enough and ice. So something to bear in mind if you ever, you know, in X-plane and the runway's contaminated, use reverse up to maximum until you're stopped, just like we do in real life if you have to. But yeah, that was not ideal. Right, freezing conditions then. I'm going to leave the flaps at 15 just because we're taxiing through snow and slush. I was in a lot of ice there. Stowed a speed brake. Engine anti-ice will stay on. Trim goes to
Alpaca 4096, Foxtrot Echo, hold short 33.
Foxtrot Echo, hold short 33, Alpaca 4 Zulu Mike. So yeah, basically around the corner, don't backtrack yet. So we're going to hold short behind this aircraft, because it's aircraft landing. I'll have a look at some of the comments there. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen a default airport badly modelled. I mean, the Pappies were... I was following the Pappies naturally, because Pappies are right, guys. Pappies aren't wrong. They don't lie. So I detuned the ILS. I said, right, I'll go to 2 reds, 2 whites. Started levelling off. Still 4 reds, still 4 reds, and then you can see the picture. I'm used to the picture of where I should see a runway, looking at the runway, and the runway wasn't where it was supposed to be. It was twice as low as it should have been. So I had to set sort of 1,000 feet per minute to actually be in some sort of achievable position to land. But that was probably a go around, guys. Yeah, it was vertically too high over the threshold. But yeah, it was the landing. So the landing. What do you think about that landing, guys? Do you think that would have been a hard landing in real life, unsafe? What's your opinion on that? Obviously, I know you guys obviously achieve for a butter, but if I was to actually land at that rate in real life, what do you think would be the result of that from a sort of technical point of view? Would I be calling for a hard landing inspection, or would you just carry on with the day?
Center, pilot couple 142, looks like we lost,
Yeah, you've got it, Sim 737 pilot. That's a perfect weapon. That was firm, but perfectly acceptable. As it said, acceptable. So actually, that wasn't a hard landing. That would actually have been absolutely fine, especially for these conditions. I really did try to butter it, but I did lack a bit of pitch authority in the mod there. I had a lot of back pressure, more than I'd expect in the real aircraft to actually try to arrest that rate of descent, but the actual touchdown itself was absolutely fine.
Back at 2318 to right on Foxtrot Echo, hold short 33.
Cheers, Greg. Take care. Got to go to bed. Back to work tomorrow. Thank you very much for popping in, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Standard Boeing landing, absolutely. Kieran, apply Digidialogic next sector.
We're with you. Just about to hit 36,000.
Little baby 800.
We're a couple miles off.
Cheers, German Fly Sim. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, at least it looks pretty.
Canada
There's another aircraft on approach.
Hello, welcome aboard.
Let's have a little look here.
Vancouver Center, this is Phoenix 70, flight level 16,000.
Yeah. Oh, we could have got one back if we put our foot down. Just wait for our back 712, but that should be it afterwards.
5240, Phoenix.
Wait, was that Lufthansa? Where did they leave? Is that the Lufthansa we heard? Yeah, we heard them getting clearance, look.
Canada 131 taxi.
So they're going all the way back to Frankfurt, landing in 8 hours, 24 minutes time. So yeah, freezing conditions, leave the flaps 15 if the wing's full of contamination, trim to 5. Backtrack 33, Delta apron discretion. Thanks a lot for your service, I'll pack a full bye bye.
Pack 231, taxi 33,
He's zip it off.
apron discretion.
Another thing as well, if this was contaminated runway and taxiway, what's the maximum speed in real life that we can taxi at if the runway and taxiway is contaminated? Not what I'm doing now as a clue. 5 knots, that's correct. I'm racing at 30 bar this Air Canada. That's the beauty of desktop sims. Freedom! Are these standard X-Pilot model matching? This is XCSL. Yeah, fine, right, guys. So if you've got to stop, you ain't going to stop quickly if it's contaminated.
Roger that.
It's a shame about the Pappies. I didn't do a test sector, guys, so I would have known had I actually flown that approach earlier, but yeah. Don't worry, this tower on YouTube said you could use reverse. Absolutely. Hey, look, if you've got to stop, you can use reverse up to maximum. Oh gosh, there's someone on short final.
Later landing clearance. Expect late landing clearance.
We're going to help a colleague out here, guys. Going to take Delta. What's the worst that could happen? I go in the back of an Airbus. $60 knots I'm already. Oh, brake. It's all good. I was taking that quite casually, but in real life, listen, my maximum speed on a contaminated runway or taxiway is 5 knots. So if you're going to go around, I'm really sorry, but I'm not going over my SOP's signed speed. There we are, look, perfect, plenty of time. So, oh wait, it's all behind me. Oh, he's going to be really tight. There we are. Right, I need to do the rest of the clean up. Flight director's off. Oh no, they're all opposite now because I turned them off, I think, using different controls. There we are. They're physically on my MCP. Right, start the APU. So engine anti-ice stays on until we're on stand. What have we got parking wise here? Not much. Just take any available stand. Those spiked tyres were going handy. Uncontaminated, you're right, yeah, 50 knots operated on an active runway. Active runway, not a runway that uses a taxiway. Alright, trim, speed brake, auto brake, probe stays on, we're in freezing conditions. And happy days, engine anti-ice, turn the wing anti-ice off now.
Vancouver Center, WestJet 505, flight level 360.
Cool, little alpaca base here. We'll have a look at the replay. Hey, guys! Regardless of the dodgy pappies on approach there, wasn't quite right, and the fact that takeoff was crazy, and the landing wasn't ideal, X-Plane 12 worked! No crash! My first flawless X-Plane stream in a month or two. It's great.
Alpaca 712, clear to land, runway 15. Runway 15, clear to land, Alpaca 712.
So that runway Gatwick, which is no longer used, you can't go 50 knots. No, it's taxiway. Right, where are we going to park? Probably. Yeah. There's a stand here. I'll take this stand.
Intent is to descend to 3,000 feet to begin the approach for
I think it's a stand.
Copax. We'll join initially from 15 to the ILS to runway 30.
I think that's a stand. Oh no, there's a stand here as well.
Completion of that one.
Many stands. We'll take this one.
Roger, we'll need vectors for that. And Afghan
They should be off
201,
already.
vectors if possible to join the approach initially, but otherwise navigate.
Good, so we've got the flaps at 15.
Roger, and which approach are you looking for?
I'm not sure this stand
The
goes.
ILS Yankee.
You do the rush. Oh my gosh. Oh, that'll do. I think there's a little left turn, but I'll do a little left turn. Look. He can't push back, but never mind.
And Afghan 201, just to clarify, initially
Taxi's really nice in the mod though.
will be the ILS Yankee 30, then we'll
Yeah,
look
we're
to
blocking
pick
in,
up the
but
TAC
never
for,
mind.
2 approaches.
Fucking brake is set. Right, 2 blues, 1 red. Edge is dead, anti-ice off. Seatbelt signs off. Verify reduction at N2. Doors to manual and cross-checked. Transit shutdown flow. That's done. Freezing conditions, probes on, flaps then. So the flaps, when we think they're full of contamination or ice, especially taxiing around on a contaminated runway, we leave them at flat 15 until they've been inspected either by flight crew or an engineer ideally, and he'll advise if you can retract them. So imagine, you know, engine spooled down now, N2 below 20%. And, you know, if someone's checked them, we can then retract the flaps. They'll retract on stands. You've got the electric hydraulic pumps still working. And that's it. Checks complete. Firstly, New Sky. Let's see what ZIBO Mod's going to have really punished me on that approach to my rating, because I had to have a very high rating set. Because the pappies were completely wrong. Anyway, let's have a look on New Sky. Let me guess, 10 on New Sky. Oh, yeah, of course it's 10. 10 out of 10. Perfect flight. $13,000. Landing rate. There you go, 500 feet per minute. Normal conditions. Great touchdown. It's quite. It wasn't quite 548.
We requested 3,000 for the approach.
Oh, there we go. Alright, I'll just do VATSIM down there. Great touchdown. Anyway, let's see what ZIBO score would be. No doubt it was not as high as a 10. Let's have a little look here. I can't remember how to actually get it. It's under... Is it this one? Fuel weight balance. Landing rate good. Approach rating bad. Oh no. Wait, hold on. Oh. Bad. Unbelievable. Wait, hold on. This is what I wanted. Really? High glide slope deviation. ZIBO, you saw what was going on. You saw what was going on. Mouse over it. Wait, hold on. I can't hide it. Yeah, look. That you can forget about that. You can forget about that one. I deserve, because I had a high rate of descent. But look, the glide slope was giving me good guidance. The pappies were not giving me good guidance. Bad. Let's press home quickly. Yeah, no one saw the actual star rating. Oh dear. Right, well, look, we'll conclude things here. We'll disconnect off VATSIM. Look, 12.3 X-Plane version working fine now on my PC, it would seem. I had a smooth setting up of this stream with the ortho and all the plugins. The mod worked as well. I've got my old plugins in. Long may it last until my new PC arrives. But yeah, I don't know what I've done. I've done absolutely nothing, if I'm honest, but it seems to be working very fine. So I'll try and reinstall it on my new PC exactly like this, so we have no issues. Now, regarding the sim itself, obviously the weather's playing havoc with the winds on the aircraft. That's happened on the last couple of ZIBO Mod streams, the members group flight and this one. So there's something that needs to be fixed desperately in this flight model, and that's that nose wheel popping off the runway at about 80-90 knots. The nose wheel's coming up. I'm already rotating. That shouldn't be happening at all. Never had that in the real aircraft, you know. Even with light trim, off the trim, slightly nose light, it never just comes up like that. And that's making controllability difficult at around 110 knots, because I'm having to use the rudder at a lower speed to maintain directional control, so it doesn't feel quite right. But I don't know what happened on rotation. You know, that wind just came in and I had full aileron input and I was still rolling in the opposite direction with no rudder input at all. So a bit strange, but yeah. Could there be a bad takeoff stub recommendation? Maybe, Mick, but what I recommend until it's fixed, very non-standard, but take your trim setting for takeoff and just set 2 units less. That's all I can think of that would stop it from popping up. It's something you don't do in real life, it's just not an issue. But yeah, you should be able to set the exact stab trim from the CG you put in the FMC. But anyway, look, I'm glad that X-Plane 12 is working again for me. I'll get more information next week about my new PC, and I look forward to using that on the new PC as well. But you know, great performance right now in the sim, getting 45 FPS. It's been smooth for the entire sector. Yeah, I'd like to fly the Dash 8 again, the FlyJSim Dash 8, so we'll look into that. But yeah, look, I'm flying tomorrow. Wednesday I'm working as well. Tuesday I'm on standby. I've got a lot of things there, so it probably won't be a stream until the end of the week. Thursday, Friday, maybe. Members Saturday, don't forget the group flight. But best thing to do is subscribe, push the bell icon, and then you'll be updated as to when I publish a stream. I didn't, for example, post this stream on social media today, just published on YouTube, so I don't always do that. So best thing to do is subscribe. Yes, we'll do a replay. Let's have a little look here in chat if I missed anyone on the approach there. Recent CG change, last year revisions, that's probably what's upsetting things. Sim 737 pilots, something's definitely not right at the moment. Isaac just got New Sky recently, never gotten less than 10 on the score yet. What do you even need to do to get a score deduction? Commit a war crime? You can do it. Just look at a few streams ago in the ZIBO mod. And don't forget, Alpaca Airways completely free to join, and an official VATSIM virtual airline as well. So exclamation mark VA in chat if you want to find more information on how to join. It's completely free. 2 tons, puppies are supposed to be 3 degrees. Finish my llama excursion. I'm loading up gateway to see what the issue is. Yeah, definitely something wrong with the puppies here. They are not aligned with anything. We'll have a look on the replay because I can change the camera to see where we can get 2 reds, 2 whites. Anyway, but yeah, good fun approach, nice little flights, and great ATC from Vancouver. Great VATSIM events. Anyway, let's have a look at the replay. I haven't done one of these for a long time. Replay music is coming on. Right then, fingers crossed. No issues with the replay. No, looking good. So first things first, let's check the pappies. So look, 4 reds. 4 reds. That's, yeah. That ain't 3 degrees. That's 2 reds, 2 whites. It's a great thing. You can actually see with the camera where the pappies would be. Yeah, there you go. That's on profile. That's 6 degrees. That's like London City pappies here. So that's on profile. But I was high as it was. I was grossly high, and look how much higher I am than the actual aircraft. Where is the airplane? Yeah, look, I mean, obviously aircraft's moving along a bit here, but I was grossly high. Okay, there's the airplane coming over. That's 2 reds, 2 whites. Yeah. That's showing 4 reds, but I was really, really high. I should be 50 feet over the threshold.
200.
Yeah, I need some love on the gateway. So I haven't got my radar on the replay, but listen.
100.
100 feet over the threshold. What should the height be over the threshold, guys? Not that. Anyway, let's have a little look at the landing. I don't think it will look as bad from the outside as it did. Yeah, you got it, guys. 50 feet over the threshold. I was twice the correct height. So let's go around. Yeah, it didn't look at... Ooh, a bit of a bounce. Didn't look as great outside as I was hoping. Still though, just recognising the improvements physics in X-Plane, but I had to use a lot of flare, a lot of pitch there. I was doing a high rate of descent over the threshold, so there we go. Flared at about 50 feet. Whoop, doing. Physics on the rollout though, they are better in X-Plane, it's just a fact. Landing rollout was really nice. In real life, what would be the source of truth in case of pappy instrument discrepancy? You don't get that sort of discrepancy. You get minor discrepancy with eye heights. So some pappies, you might see 3 reds in a 7.3 when it's designed for a jumbo or a high-decked aircraft, but yeah, you wouldn't get that in and if you would, you'd be warned about it on the chart. But yeah, that was a destabilised approach. At least the second touchdown was a butter. Oh, thank you so much, Selikus. Huge wild. Do spoilers like to make in case of a bounce landing? If you've closed the thrust levers, then yeah, there's a lot of requirements. You need wheel spin up, weight on wheels. But if the wheels are spun up and you close the thrust levers, you can get them to extend. And if you've bounced, and speed brake extension must go around because the nose comes up, you can tail strike. Anyway, that'll do for today. Nice to do some replays for a change. Beautiful snowy approach. Perfect. Let's start you off from about there. Perfect. Well then guys, that's it for today. Another nice stream in the ZIBO Mod 737. Great fun to be back in this aircraft, albeit it does need a little bit of tweaking and twerking at the moment until it's back to the state it was, and the same with the weather and X-Plane. That definitely needs a bit of tweaking as well. But look, I still love using this simulator. I'm glad it's working at the moment on my PC, so I will be planning more streams come mid-end of January. But yeah, thank you very much. To whoever it was that gifted members at the start of the stream, thank you so much. That was quite a few that came in there. Thank you so much for your generosity. Members, don't forget the members group flight on Saturday. But once again, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe if you're watching it in the background to stay up to date with the latest content. It was great to have some of you here when we ordered the YouTube silver play button, so I'll keep you posted as to when I receive that. And I will place it on my wall and look at it every single day. And thank you all very, very much for your support and getting that. Anyway, guys, enjoy your upcoming week. Stay safe. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.
Goodbye.